Hello there, beautiful beings. Welcome to my sacred space. My name is Raven, and thank you so much for being here with me tonight. This is going to be my unboxing of Talking to Heaven Mediumship Cards by James Van Praagh. Originally, this was published with Doreen Virtue's name there, as it was a collaborative work between the two, but her name has since been removed. I'm going to. Why don't we open this first, okay? Actually, I saw this deck while browsing Hay House's website during a sale, and I was just intrigued by the idea of this deck, and I remember seeing that it was it was going for just $10, and I wanted to grab one. Unfortunately, it was already sold out, so I was like, oh, that's a bummer. So I went on Amazon and I ordered from there instead. And now it's here. And I just want to go through it with you guys. So this is the first time I'm going to see the cards. So let's go through it together. Want to give you a quick look of the box. There you go. It has this metallic foiling, golden stamping there for the title. This is how it looks like at the bottom sides. Okay, usual typical Hay House box, sturdy with the cut out here. Excuse me. Here it says Talking to Heaven, the title, and then your loved ones in heaven want to talk with you and share their love and reassurance to help heal your grief. With these Talking to Heaven mediumship cards, you can ask a departed friend or family member a question and receive answers through the 44 beautiful cards in the deck and the messages in the accompanying guidebook. Yeah, all right, and a little bit of information about James Van Praagh. So let's open it up. All right, so it has this bright yellow for the interior, nothing written there. And then it has this guidebook. Oh, okay, it's kind of similar to my other James Van Praagh decks here. Yeah, so okay, let's open it up. All right. Oops, before I forget, if you're just here to see the flip through of the cards, I'm gonna put a timestamp in the description box below so you can jump to that part. Otherwise, if you're here for the whole experience of the review, stick around because we're going to talk about the guidebook shortly. So this is the guidebook. It has about the same size or thickness as the one with as my other James Van Praagh decks. Here you have the title page, Talking to Heaven, Mediumship Cards, the guidebook. Here's the copyright page. So this was published in 2018 by James Van Praagh. So they already removed Doreen Virtue's name then. Here you have some other books by the same author and the card decks. So out of the 4 decks that he has, I have 3. So I have The Power of Love and Soul's Journey lesson cards. All right. So here we have the table of contents. Okay, so you have at least 14 pages that talk about how to work with the deck, how to use it, I guess, and then the rest would be the meanings of the cards, which is, I don't know, I think it's pretty strange because I think these are self-explanatory, but let's see. We're going to pull some card later, and we're going to check out the meaning together. So here, how to work with the Talking to Heaven mediumship cards. It has big font here, so it's good if you have like poor eyesight. It says losing a loved one is one of life's most painful experiences because grief is a complicated mixture of emotions and insights. You miss the person's physical presence, touch, and voice. You hold regrets and wish that you could talk with your loved one again. You worry whether everything is okay and how he or she feels about you. These Talking to Heaven mediumship cards were made with the hope of easing your pain. As a spiritual medium, I have the ability to communicate across the veil, as do you. So I think what James Van Praagh is trying to say here is that, we all have the ability, well, that's what he said completely. but what he's trying to say is that, we are born with the natural ability to communicate with the other side. If we just open our hearts, our mind, and our intuition ourselves, then the people, the loved ones that have passed on will always try to communicate with us anyway. You know, you don't have to be like a full medium to communicate with them. You can, you know, I'm sure you have had dreams of a past loved one, or you know, things like that. Dreams, you know, sometimes hearing something that, you know, just automatically remind you of them, like sometimes smelling a specific perfume. So those are kind of like small ways wherein they are trying to talk to us, I guess, or at least that's what I believe. And that is, you know, I think what that is what James is saying, that we are all capable of that if we enhance it. So this is a very fat text here, very thick. So anyway, here he talks about how to clear your deck. So I guess similarly with the other decks that he has, he's saying that, you know, the decks are kind of like an extension of your energy, of yourself, so you have to clear them. Yeah, okay, it's the same. So hold them in your non-dominant hand, and then you transfer energy, and, you know, look at them one by one, and then that's how you transfer your energy to the deck. But of course, if you have your own ritual, then you can follow that. Here you have to how to consecrate the cards, a little prayer there, and then talk to heaven. So how you actually use the cards. So this is like, think of a person in heaven and whom you'd like to communicate and meditate upon his or her name. So I don't really identify to heaven, to at least a place called heaven. I feel like they're just on the other side. So, but I guess it's the same. It's okay, you know, even if you don't have a religion, or if you don't identify to heaven, it should be fine. I mean, you're gonna use the cards to communicate with the other person anyway, wherever they are, right? So here we have shuffle the cards, how to shuffle. He also talks about jumpers. Yeah, just to, if a card jumps out, then set it aside. Okay. So basically the same info, beginner info that you can find in other decks. How to choose cards. Pull the top card from this deck. This is a message from heaven to you. As you read the words on the card, continue to pay attention to any thoughts, words, feelings, or visions that may come to you, as these are additional images from heaven that personalize the card's particular meaning for you. So again, using your intuition to find depth in the card that you find. And then consult this guidebook. You can always have a look at the guidebook and its meanings. And then 3 card messages. So I guess this could be your spread already. And then the messages. Right. Your intuition will offer you even more personalized guidance from your departed loved ones. So as you read, simultaneously pay attention to your thoughts and feelings. So again, you know, encouraging us to use our intuition when we use these cards. And I think that's just great. And here you have the information. So it's kind of like that all throughout. So you have like a black and white image here, title of the card, and then the message. So 2 pages each. So in total, we have 104 pages for the messages and the introduction and everything. So moving on to the cards. Right. So, oh, very peaceful background. I wasn't expecting to see something that, I don't know, pearly gates type, or very light background. It's not a complaint. I'm just saying that, you know, I wasn't expecting it to be this, whoa, light, peaceful, blue, soft, comfortable. I love the backing. It makes me feel comforted. So here, just want to show you, it is kind of like on the glossy side, but it's not hyper gloss. You have nothing to feel guilty about. Okay, so okay, no, it doesn't. So there are different images per card, okay, and different, of course, texts, but the last one has the same image as the backing. Card stock is, you know, it's the regular Hay House card stock. It's good. It's not too thin, not too thick. Will shuffle well. I love the size. And then it doesn't have edging. For some reason, I don't know, maybe I thought this had some edging. I guess I saw one person used this before and it did, or maybe that was the old version of this deck. Anyway, mine didn't come with edging, and that's perfectly fine. Okay, so I'm gonna start with the flip through right now, and I'm gonna put on some music. Alright, so we are done with the flip through. Okay, my thoughts. Looking at the images, I I would have preferred it if I got it during the sale because um, I don't know, 19 bucks, 20 bucks for this one. I think, I guess because of the guidebook, yeah, and because of the effort that was put into creating this deck. But since it was a reprint, or this is a reprint, or they kind of like changed the deck. I wish they could have just used maybe a different art style. Maybe, I mean, the images, of course, they mean something. That's why they're here. But they're kind of like, I'm sorry to say this, but I feel like they're kind of cheesy in a way, although they have this calming effect, as these are just images, like all bluish, flowery and very nice. But some of them kind of like, I love this card because, I love animals, but the image itself, I wish, they could have done something different. It's kind of like images that you just got off of Pixabay and you just created this. I wish a little bit more effort was done with the actual, I don't know, representation of the cards, because the keywords are beautiful. They are beautiful. They are very calming, very peaceful. They're comforting, the messages. Okay, so I just, I wish they didn't use photos. If there's just one thing that I would like to say, that's it. Let's shuffle the cards so we can, whoops, try. Let's shuffle the cards. Let's pull a card out. And, oh, it's stuck. Yeah, sometimes that happens with new cards. So let's ask one card, please. Oop, too much. Just one card. Wow. Alright, we'll get the first one. The Earth is our school. Okay, I like that card actually. So, are these alphabetical? I don't think these are. No, they are alphabetical. Hang on. Oh, there we go. Right, so I'm gonna put this here and we are gonna read the meaning of the card together, okay? We often forget that living in a physical body, that Earth isn't our true home. Heaven is. Heaven is a lot like Earth, with people, animals, flowers, trees, and such. The difference is that up here, there is no competition to meet physical needs. After all, you don't have to eat or pay taxes in heaven. You do have responsibilities, but they're part of your life purpose. So they are joyful. For whatever reason, everyone in heaven is relaxed, forgiving, happy, and loving. We go to earth to experience life in a physical body. It's like going away to boarding school. Once you have a physical body, the ego becomes apparent because everyone is competing and struggling to take care of their physical demands. But if you can rise above those energies, you can learn how to bring heaven's love to earth. It can take multiple lifetimes to grasp this simple yet not so simple concept. Fortunately, I'm here to help you learn what's really important for your spiritual growth. Love. The more you can see yourself and others through heaven's loving eyes, the more you'll understand that everyone is doing the best they can. You'll have compassion for yourself and others, and that is when you've mastered your schoolwork. So, that is the message for this card. I would have to perhaps use it more often. I'm planning to use this along with the Spirit Messages deck that I got. This is by John Holland. I'm planning I'm planning to do some kind of like readings. God, I can't talk. I'm planning to do some readings specifically for communicating with loved ones who have passed. I think I would be able to help a lot of grieving people out there, and I've experienced that, and it's not fun, to have that cloud over your head. And so yeah, I want to do my part and help people alleviate their pain or their grief through talking to the loved ones that they have up there, okay, wherever up is, right? So that is my oops. Oh gosh, the same thing came out. Isn't that cool? I love how the energy or the synchronicity is just on point. Anyway, so that is it. That is my unboxing, deck review, and full flip through of Talking to Heaven Mediumship Cards by James Van Praagh. If you enjoyed this video, thank you so much for your likes and your subscribes. I hope I see you again soon, and take care and see you. Bye.